Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Ada. So in this channel, I bring you fashion, I bring you beauty and lifestyle. So in this episode, I am giving you tips on how to keep your feet from getting crusty. We are in the summer months and things tend to dry up. So I'm going to give you some tips on how to keep your feet from drying up to the point of getting crusty. Okay, because we have a tendency to neglect our feet sometimes, but it is summer and we got to look good from head to toe. So you don't want to be that person or that girl that, people look at you from head to toe and they're checking you out. And then when they get to your feet, it's like, oh, she got crusty feet. You don't want to be known as that. Remember that girl with the crusty feet? You don't want to be that girl, right? So let's talk about it. So stay tuned. And before we get started, if you're already subscribed to me, thank you for subscribing. If you are not, you have got to subscribe so you can get these tips. I give lots of tips on self-care. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so how do we keep from getting crusty feet? Now, first of all, do y'all know what crusty feet are? Those dried up, when your feet get so dried up that they start to crack actually. That's crusty feet. All right, so how do you take care of that? Or first of all, let's talk about how to prevent yourself from getting it, okay? Because I believe prevention is always better than cure. So how do you prevent from getting crusty feet? So this is how. All right, by taking care of your feet, soaking your feet, moisturizing your feet. First of all, talk about moisturizing your feet. How do you moisturize your feet? Right, so you gotta moisturize your feet on a daily basis. And, you put on lotion everywhere. Some of us put on lotion and then we neglect our feet. Well, the feet is part of the body and it's actually the part that needs the more moisturizer, because, we tend to neglect it. That's really the bottom line is we tend to neglect our feet because we figure a lot of times we're wearing shoes, it's covered up. So it's like, whatever, we don't really put much effort into moisturizing it or taking care of it. But when it's summertime, you have to because you're wearing sandals or slippers most of the time, exposing your feet, exposing your toes. So you got to take care of those toes so they don't look crusty, right? So moisturize, whatever moisturizer you use, put a generous amount on your feet, especially the heels of your feet, all right? So one way you can do it is just by doing it daily and just moisturizing generously. After you take a shower while your body is still moist, you put a generous amount of moisturizing cream on your feet. Another thing that you can do is, at nighttime when you go into bed, put a generous amount, like saturate your feet with lotion or moisturizing cream, and then put on your socks and go to bed so that by morning, all that moisture will loosen the dried up skin. And, in the come morning, you wash it off and you got smooth feet, all right? And so those are the ways that you can keep it from getting to the worst case scenario, right? And, if you have an opportunity to get your toes done from time to time, you can go to the nail shop and they will soak you up and, peel off the dead skin if you can afford to do so. And if you can't afford to do so, you can actually do this yourself at home. I use several things you can use. You can use a small bowl. If you've had babies, those little containers they give you at the hospital, you can use that to soak your feet. You can use, or they sell them at the stores too with foot bath, thingies that they sell in the store. If you have the money to purchase one and just soak your feet yourself. And, all it takes really is to let your feet soak like this for a while, soften. And then you use a scrubber and just, scrub off the the dead skin. Like this. Yep, you scrub it until all the dead skin comes off, and then you rinse it. And then put moisturizer on it. Okay, that's one way you can do it. Another way you can do it is on a daily basis. When you take a shower, scrub your feet. I use my exfoliating stone to scrub my feet every time I take a shower. At least after every couple of days I take a shower, I use it to scrub it because I don't want it to get so bad to where I need like a deep exfoliating procedure at the nail shop. That way it doesn't pile up. The dead skin doesn't pile up if you're removing it regularly. All right, that's one way that you can do it. Another way that you can do it is, I got this foot mask, okay? Look at this. This is a foot mask that you can use. They sell these things at stores. They sell them at the drugstores and stuff. You can buy them. And you just remove it and put it, it comes like, it comes in like, it looks like a sock when you take it off. And you just cover your entire feet with this and let it soak for a few minutes, and then you remove it. And I think this one's overnight actually. This one is overnight. This one you can actually wear this overnight, and by morning your feet, all the dead skin will soften, and then you just wipe it off or rinse it off and then put your moisturizing cream on. Yeah, so these are the things that you can do to take care of your crusty feet. So, because, we want to look good from head to toe. Like I said, you don't want people looking at you, because this is summer months when people check out each other. Everybody wants to look their best. You don't want to be looking all crusty. They look at you from head. You look so beautiful and so, ooh, she's pretty. And then they look, like if a guy is checking you out and stuff, they're checking you out, your hair looks good, your clothes look nice, your body is tight, and then they keep looking, because some people assess you from head to toe. Not even just boys, girls too, they're sizing each other up and, just looking at you and like, what you got going on there. And then they come down to your feet and it's like, ooh, she got crusty feet. You have just lost all credibility right there just by having crusty feet. So you got to take care of them feet, okay? Yeah, so that's all, y'all. That is how you can take care of your crusty feet. All right, you can do a lot of these things yourself. You don't have to spend a lot of money if you don't want to, but if you are able to, then great. Get your, pedicure done every so often, every couple of weeks, if you can afford it. But I'm just letting you know, if you cannot afford to do that, and there are a lot of us who cannot afford to do that, we have options, okay? You have options of doing it yourself. You do not always have to spend money to get all of these things done. All these beauty tips I give, you can pretty much do them yourself, You don't have to spend a lot of money. So just, know that you can use anything at your house that you have. That is a bowl. You just put some warm water and foot bath soap, to soak your feet. That's really all it takes. You can use anything. You can use bubble bath. You can use anything that you can use for your body to soak your feet. It doesn't necessarily have to be that you have to go out and buy a foot soak or whatever. You can use what you use for the rest of your body to soak your feet. You just need to do it, right? That's really all it takes. Just got to soak it for a few minutes, let it soak, let it soften, and then you remove the dead skin, and then you moisturize. That's it. Okay, so you can look good. All right, so that is it. I am done. And if you enjoyed these tips, give me a thumbs up, okay? Just thumbs up, thumb up, thumb up. All right, give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already subscribed so that you can be getting these regular tips from me. All right, if you like listening to me, then subscribe so you can hear more from me. All right, I will see you in my next episode. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.